In response to my little video on connection, Lee has been asking if it's possible to apply the same principles of arms and shoulders moving together. You know, is it possible to do that right through the full swing? Well, yes, it is. It's the number one reason that the top players down the years, if I pick at random, Jack Nicklaus, I suppose that's not very random, best player ever. The reason he was so good was because of this connection. And things there was a few hints when I look back at his stuff from down the years. He talked about, he always felt his back facing the target when he was at the top of the backswing. Now, if I kind of just lift my arms, I just don't get that sensation at all. Shoulders down, arms together, and start to swing. Now, the only way I can now get myself getting my arms around is by actually turning the body. Now I've got that real kind of twisted, kind of torqued up position, like so, and that's me full backswing there now. I always say it's actually quite uncomfortable to hold when you don't, when you don't stop, because you really are twisting, and again, right the way through. And the other thing that kicks in from there, you know, as you see with a good swing, the whole body's actually moving. You know, the feet, the legs, everything's turning on the way through. Now, if I just stand here and disconnect, nothing's happened. I've just got a weak kind of choppy action. So if I keep this down and start to just turn, I get so far, something's got to give. We don't want this to be the give. The hips now start to turn, which in turn drags my my left knee in towards the ball. And Jack Nicklaus always said he let his left heel come up to get a real big turn. And so this is really, everything is connected. Now from there, the other thing that now happens is if I start to just turn through my right shoulder down and under, because I'm keeping this so-called connection, everything nicely down and together, this pushes the hips through. I'm not really thinking about driving the hips and driving the legs. It's almost an impossible thing to try and do. The tip about get your belt buckle to the target, forget it. Rehearse that position and then get towards it through connection. So turning back and through, if you think about it now, in effect, that set-up position is maintained all the way through the swing. It doesn't look like it because you've turned, the right arm's folded. But if I just unturn, I'm right back to square one. That's why these guys, the top players, under pressure can pull off the most amazing shots, because in effect the body's not actually really doing very much. If I now go back and say lift my arms, if I come back, I'm way out of position. So now I've got to manipulate back into position. Impossible to repeat. So just to answer that very briefly, shoulders down, elbows together. This is the hub that every golf swing should be built around.